Bob and Nick will both start out outside of the U.S. joint airlock. They'll immediately translate down to the shuttle payload bay. Bob will get to work on removing a series of 8 contamination covers. These covers protect the sealing surface on Node 3 where it mates to the space station. Here you can see Bob stowing one of those covers in his trash bag. And the main goal here is to get Node 3 ready to be unberthed from the payload bay so that it can be safely mated to the space station. While Bob is removing the covers, Nick will be releasing a heater power cable that's routed from the space shuttle over to Node 3. This is going to provide heater power to Node 3 from launch until it's berthed to Node 1 port. Nick will take this cable, coil it up, and stow it in the tool stowage assembly, which is a toolbox that's outside of the shuttle. Here you can see Nick at that TSA, or tool stowage assembly. From there, both crew members will head back to the station, and they'll pre-stage 2 EVA bags in preparation for EVA number 2. This will allow them to go straight to work when they come out of the hatch for EVA 2. From there, both crew members will move to their final task for this EVA. Node 3 should be in place at this point, as it was relocated from the shuttle payload bay using the station robotic arm. Bob's task will be to mate a series of power and data cables that were pre-routed on 17A. He'll be connecting them over to Node 3. His first task will be to remove a series of thermal blankets that protect the connectors on the Node 3 side. Here you can see Bob removing that blanket, and he will stow that into an EVA trash bag. He'll then remove a series of caps. You can see here that we've actually tied the caps together so that they don't have to tether to each cap individually. As you know, in EVA, we want to tether to everything we handle to avoid it inadvertently floating off. Bob will then start to mate the series of connectors. There are 2 sets of cables. There's the channel 1.4 and the channel 2.3. These represent redundant strings that are going to be routed from Node 1 over to Node 3. Here you can see both sets put in place. Because the Node 3 cooling system is not in place yet, we won't be activating and we won't be using these power cables at this time. We'll wait until everything is put in place on EVA-2 to begin the activation process. Therefore, Nick will be connecting what we call launch to activation cables. These are heater cables that are going to provide heater power to Node 3 to keep it thermally controlled until activation during EVA-2. These cables were launched in place on Node 3 and were held in place by a series of clamps. Nick will release those clamps and then mate the cables over to Node 1. With that, Bob and Nick will start their cleanup process. They'll gather all the tools that they brought outside and translate back to the U.S. joint airlock. That will complete EVA-1. They'll have 1 day in between EVA-1 and 2 for preparations.
Thank you.